look like a boy, a little boy, a little boy.
You're nothing but a creature. You're not an action figure.
An animal!
Your mom was an action figure.
A human being!
Don't listen to him, Jabba. Don't listen to him. You're an action figure. You are.
Jabba, you're a wonderful human being.
Welcome back, everybody. Back in the closet to talk Star Wars toys. That's right, Kenner Vintage Toys. So here's a question I've seen thrown around a couple of times. We talked about it on the podcast, and I thought I'd do a whole video on it to see what you think. That is, what is an action figure? Is this an action figure? Of course, it's Princess Leia in her indoor outfit. She has to be an action figure. Well, what about this guy? He doesn't have much action to him. FX7. But yeah, he's an action figure, right? Well, let's try one more. Is this an action figure? Of course, you can have a lot of action fun with it. So what is an action figure? Is this an action figure? No! It's a tauntaun. It's not an action figure, although you can have action in it, but it takes a human to make it more action. So no one's going to call this an action figure, right? Well, what about this? Is this an action figure? I mean, it looks like a cucumber. But yeah, I would classify it as an action figure. So we know tauntauns and dewbacks are not action figures. We know Princess Leia, Han Solo, Admiral Akbar, Amanda Man, Ewoks. Those are action figures. Well, what about this one? The mighty Jabba the Hut. Now, this is what a lot of people have a debate about. Is this an action figure? I mean, sure, he came with this. But that doesn't make him any less of an action figure. Yeah, I know. I forgot his. I'm missing his little base right here. I don't know. Had it around here somewhere. I don't know what happened to it. You know, his little hookah pipe and everything. But look. This opens up. So it's a playset. Does this make the whole thing a playset? Or does this make this an action figure with a playset? And can you call this a playset? I mean, really. I mean, it's more of an accessory. It's like saying Han Solo's pistol is a playset. This is just what he sits on. You have to have this with Jabba. So the question is Jabba an action figure? Now I'm seeing a lot of people that say, no, he's not. He's a creature. Now you're saying, what is a creature? Tauntaun. Now that's a creature. I can understand this is a creature. But this isn't a creature. He talks. Sure, it's not English, but he talks just like most of the aliens in the movie. He's essential to the plot. What's Tauntaun? Oh, people just sit on him and ride him around and get inside his belly. Well, they don't get inside this one because it's not an open belly. I need an open belly Tauntaun. Yeah, there's two versions. Okay, I'm getting off topic here, but as you know, this one's released first, and then they redid it with an open belly. I never had the open belly because my parents never thought I needed to buy two Tauntauns. But this is the crazy thing, is I had two Tauntauns, but they both had a closed belly. I don't know. I think what it was is by the time the open belly came out, I was at Kmart or Zayres, and either I could buy a Tauntaun I already had, well, I already had two of, or I could buy a whole new cool figure. So I just went with something new, I'm sure. I mean, even I didn't want to waste my money on something I already had. And what's the deal with their ears? Have you noticed that? Ears are hard to find on a Tauntaun. I don't know, but that's just one of the things I've noticed. So let's put it right here. Let's get back on topic. Is this guy an action figure? I guess the debate's going to rage, and it's not going to be settled here. But I don't see how you can say he's not an action figure. Sure, some people say, well, he's not an action figure because he didn't come on a blaster card. Fair enough. Let's talk about that. If it's not on a card, is it considered an action figure? Well, what about Blue Snaggletooth? He was never released on a card. Sure, he's an action figure, right? No one would say he wasn't. What about Sykes Noodles and the Max Rebo Band? Those guys are figures. No one would say they weren't action figures, and they weren't released on a card. They were in a box. So, that reasoning say because he's not on the card, you can't say he's not an action figure. That has nothing to do with it. So, other people say, well, he's a creature. Again, like Mr. Tauntaun here. But, sorry. Tauntauns don't talk. Tauntauns have very little to do with the plot other than somebody sitting on them. They're just creatures. They're animals. They're like a dog or a cat or a dewback or a womp rat. They're not action figures. No one's going to call this an action figure. Again, Jabba. He's in Return of the Jedi. He talks to people. He tries to kill Luke Skywalker. He makes jokes. He eats animals. I mean, it's Jabba the Hut. He has a name. He has a title. He is an action figure, people. I'm sorry. You can call him an accessory or a playset, or you can call him a creature. Sure, he might look like a creature. He might look like a piece of weird alien poop. But it doesn't matter. He's an action figure. So can we please now, from now on, call Jabba an action figure? Let's make him part of the action figure line. Now I know. Let's go back to the card here. According to the Kenner, there's 92 action figures. That's right. On their last card, their official count is 92. But let's take a closer look at this card. What does it not count? Of course, there's no blue snaggletooth, making it 93. There's no yak face on this card anyway. And I don't even think he's on the yak face card, is he? I don't think he's ever been into the picture. I'll have to look in that. I'm not sure. So, we got two figures that's not part of the 92. Who else is not on this 92 card? C-3PO and R2-D2. Wait, they're on there, but they're not on there. The latest versions are on there, like the R2 with the lightsaber, 3PO with removable arms. But that doesn't make the R2 with a sensor and the regular 3PO not action figures. They're just not counted as the official 92 figures. And then, of course, as I've talked about before, Max Rebo Band. They're not here either. So they don't count as 92. But Jabba should be on. But everyone that collects Star Wars action figures is Jabba. If you collect Star Wars action figures and you do not have Jabba, you do not have a complete set of action figures. It's that simple, guys. I'm curious though what you guys think. Because I've talked to people on Twitter about it that keep telling me, no, he's not an action figure, that he's a playset. How is this a playset? Again, I can understand the base is the playset. This is an action figure that comes with the playset, if you want to call that little base a playset. If you want to call that little base a playset. So please, if you don't count this guy as an action figure who has lines in the movie that you can quote, what makes this an action figure? What makes this a creature? What makes this an action figure? What makes this an action figure? Or what makes this a creature and what makes this an action figure? What's the difference? To me, if it's an intelligent alien race, then it's an action figure. If it's a creature with hardly any intelligence, sorry, Tonton, I don't mean that. You mean you're really smart and everything, but come on, you're no smarter than the average house dog. It's a creature. And I would pull out a do-back, but I don't know where my do-back went. Where's my do-back? Anyway, we're going to finish this up. Action figure. Let's all classify this as an action figure. What do you think? Am I wrong? Please, if I'm wrong, tell me why he's not an action figure, and I'll try to accept it if you can come up with a good reason why. Thank you for watching, and check us out, StarWarsJunk.net.
Jabba the Hut playset and other action figures each sold separately from Star Wars Return of the Jedi collection from Kenner.